Hi, I'm Patricia from Trisha's Lovely Creations, and today we're going to create a pair of earrings and a pendant. And what I am doing is I'm showing you how Frank Costa did his backs to where you don't have to drill and you don't have a line back here showing your wire. For some reason on my pendant I did get that line, but I was using a different head pin on it, or eye pin, excuse me, and they're really stiff, so I'm wondering if that's what caused it. So I'm going to do the back of my next pendant a little bit different to see if we can still get the flat result. So let's get started on that now. And I'll show you what I have here. I am using a slab of Makunegane. Got something on there. You can use whatever you've got. If you want to do a slab of Makunegane, you can. If you want to do just a Skinner blend, you can do that. You can do it any way you want to. Mostly we're focusing on the backs. So let's get started. I'm going to take and lay this down. Now I'm not sure. My other one that I cut out was from my good friend Stara, a slab that she had made, or veneer, whichever way you want to call it, and I think it might have been a little bit thinner than what I have here, so I'm going to cut one out and we'll find out. And today the cutter I am using is from ojoycreations.com, and I am using the smallest one in cutter number 37, which is this one. So you have a very definitive top and bottom, so you know exactly where your wire needs to go. So I'm just going to find me a spot here. I'm going to cut one out. Let me find my acrylic block. Okay. Pull that out. I'm just going to remove some of that corner so I can see. You know, I do believe it is a little bit thicker. But that's okay. It's not by much. And I've got this rolled out to a setting 1 on my Atlas 150. So I'm going to go ahead and make my next one. Let's see. Oh, a good spot here. Don't want that one, no. Maybe this one over here. Use my acrylic block again. Out. Now I'm going to get the second largest size here. So you got 3 of them, large, medium, and small. And that's what I'm using, is the small for my earrings, the medium one for my pendant. I think that looks good there. Maybe, pardon the sound, I forgot to turn my phone down. Maybe like that. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I'm gonna go here for my pendant. I think I really like that. Looks good. So I'm gonna use my acrylic block again. Push that down. Pull that on out. Okay. Now I'm gonna just peel this up, and we're gonna pop these in the oven. And I'm gonna bake them at 275 for approximately 30-35 minutes. I like to do 35 just to make sure that I don't break them. So that's what I like to do. I'm back while the oven is warming up. I decided to make 2 pair earrings here because I really didn't like the way this one looked, so I found a better match for it and then a better match for this one. I almost forgot, I need the small teardrop is what I'm using, just a small teardrop shape for the upper part of my earring. So yeah, you can see that. So I'm going to cut that out real quick. So I'm going to need 4 of them. I'm not putting one on the necklace. Let's see what I can find here. There's 1. 2. 3. 4. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to get centered where I want to be. And 4. That looks good. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay. By the way, I'm going to have the link to Joy's website down in the links below, so you can go there and get your cutter number 37 for this project if you don't already have it. So I will be back when these are out of the oven. Alrighty, I've just taken them out of the oven and let them cool down. So now we're ready to get them off of here. I'm just going to take a blade and scrape them off. I'm going to set these ones off to the side. That one, keep that one. And I got to decide which of these I want to use. Let me think here. I'm sorry, my phone's going off again. Okay, I'm just going to decide which ones here I'm going to use with my earrings, and these are the 2 that I have kept up here to use. Let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. Okay, so those are the ones I'm using. And those kind of look similar. I like the lines in these 2. Oh, maybe that one and that one. Use this one. Yeah, I think I like that. Put that down so you can see. I'm going to set these other 2 off to the side. Alright, I'm going to move these. Take one of them here, and they've got a bit of an edge, a messy edge. So I just take my fingernail and I just kind of scrape it off. No big deal. You really don't need a tool to do it. Just a fingernail will do it. I just go along the edge, scraping that extra off. And this does not only happen with 3D cutters, it also happens with your little metal cutters as well. So I'll be doing that too. But I just wanted to show you real quick how easy it is to get that off of there. Okay. Sorry, I got more in the oven, they just went off. So here's my metal one. I bet you I wasn't even in view with that, not much. So Sorry about that. Just take and scrape it off with my fingernail. And that gives you a smoother edge, even on your ones that you used a metal cutter. And it's got that little fold in there from where they meet. Just gonna take some sandpaper, kind of go over it just a bit, just filing down that bump. There we go, that looks better. Much better. Okay. Zoom back out here. Just want to make sure you can see everything. So that's how I did that. Just scraping along with my fingernail. So I'm going to continue to do this with my other earring, my other top of my earring, and the pendant. And I'll be back. And we will start putting the backs on. Okay, I got them all cleaned up. Now we want to lay down our eye pin. Okay. Line it up. And I'm going to use the one-step looper. I ain't gonna lie to you, it takes a lot of practice to get good at it. I'm still not that good at it, so I'm gonna kind of hold my breath and pray that this comes out. Okay, so just stick it in there as far as you can. Hang on, I gotta get my hands right. I got such small hands. Okay, squeeze it. Yeah, I still come out with a lot hanging up there at the top. Let me see. Might just slid up. Yeah, it's not bad. I think it mostly just slid up. No, that looks good. That looks okay. Alright. So I'll do that for the other ones as well. Let me show you what I'm going to do with these. I'll be right back. I need my wire. The last ones I did on these here, I went ahead and drilled into the earring. And it was... I got the back too thick, so I need to take that down a notch too. But I want to go ahead and insert a wire into here. I might be doing that a little bit different than Frank did. We didn't talk about these, so I might be doing a little bit different. We'll see. I'll be right back. Okay, here I've got me a little piece of 24 gauge wire. Now I use the one-step looper to make a loop in it. Okay, there's one loop. And I'm going to make another one. There we go. I'm not too worried about it being perfect. It's going inside. Anyways, so I want it to be curved. Anyways, it don't matter how it's curved. So I got me a little piece of wire there. I'm going to lay it in there like so. Whoops. Can't see me. I'm gonna lay it in there, kind of like that. But I'll be embedding it in the clay first. Okay. So Well, let me make my big one here real quick. I've got some long head pins. They're junk. I don't like them. Trying to make a loop, a single loop with them and then open them is almost impossible to do without them breaking. I got them at Hobby Lobby like 2 years ago, I guess, and I absolutely hate them. They used to have the best head pins and eye pins, and then they got real hard. So I'm just sticking that in there where the head pin is just past everything there. Making my loop. Okay. And I'm going to put it down here. Trying to line it all up. Okay. Slide that in there as close to it as I can. And I messed it up. So I'm going to get another one and try again. Grab a couple out. Like I said, it takes a lot of practice. There's that side. That's the easy part. I mean, just for doing that right there alone is worth it. It really is. Just for making the eye pins, just to get you going. If you want to make them out of some head pins you got too many and not enough eye pins, it's great. But I have such trouble doing the other end. Let me see if I can get in that spot there. I'm sorry, I gotta bring it toward me a bit. Let's see. Well, buddy duddy, I messed it up again. Only got half a loop, so I'm gonna try that again. If you want to fast forward, you can fast forward. I'm just trying to show you. And it don't help with my hands being so tiny. I have a hard time getting a grip around it right. So I'm going to line it up and try it one more time. If it don't work, I'm going to just get out my other wire and do it the old-fashioned way maybe. Well, that's better. I don't know if I can fix it with the round nose pliers or not. Let's see. We'll just make it a teardrop. There we go. That works. I need to close that one a little more anyways. Just lining everything up, making sure it wants to bend funny. Don't want to settle in. But I think that's gonna yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Okay, third time's the charm. Sorry about that. Like I said, feel free to fast forward through the boring parts. I'm just trying to show you the real deal here. So let's set that one to the side. I'm gonna work on an earring here. I need some paper, printing paper, parchment paper, deli sheets, whatever you've got. I got some deli sheets here, cardstock, just something so the clay don't stick. Okay, also gonna need some saran wrap, or you can take and cut open a Ziploc baggie sandwich bag and use that. I prefer to cut me open a sandwich bag and use it because it's a little bit thicker than like Reynolds wrap or Glad wrap or the store brand. I like using these. And these I got at Walmart. They're the Great Value brand. You can get a whole bunch of them. And I use them for everything. So, got room on there to use more. So that'll work. Apologize for the noise. It's my computer running. And here I've got my backing that I'm using to match the color of my bead. That's what I put my Makuna Yane on, so it matches. I'm just going to tear some off of here. And I'm going to run this through on a setting 4. Okay. So there's that. Now find my cutter. I like to try to push out any air bubbles. That's going to mess things up for you. Come on, work with me here. There we go, that's better. Okay, now I'm going to need my acrylic block. You want to push down really hard on this one. Okay, pull that out. Take that off. Set that to the side. I'm going to set this up to the side. And I'll find my brush. I am using Kato Poly Clay Poly Paste. You want that on the back of your thing. And I just realized, did I make that? Yes, I did make that. Okay, just making sure I did. Okay. And no matter what you use, liquid clay, bake and bond, poly paste, a little goes a long way. You just want it sticky, you don't want it icky. I hear something in my clay. Okay, set that down. Now I'm going to flip this over. Like so. And you want to embed your wire into this without distorting it too much. You see here, there we go, a little bit zoomed in. Okay. And you want to leave it on your work surface so it pushes back up at you, so it embeds it without leaving the mark. Okay. Now I'm going to take the top and I'm going to set that right on there. Okay. little bit sticking out, but that's okay. We'll fix that. Just trying to line it up here. Peel that off. I'm just gonna go around it, try to line it up on there. Okay. A little bit of overhang there. Let's see here. My fingers in there. Where's my tool? There we go. This end. And I think I pushed too hard because I am seeing the wire. And you can always try a setting 3 if you're still seeing that wire. Trying to blend in the seam so you don't see the seam. Double checking it. Get that out of the way. Just trying to smooth it out here. Yeah, you can tell where I didn't push hard. I might be pushing too hard. I have a habit of doing that. Just going over it, getting rid of the fingerprints. There we go. Checking the sides. Okay. Smoothing it down again. Okay. I've got a little butterfly stamp. I'm going to stamp the back with a little butterfly. There we go. That's got it. Cute little butterfly stamp there. My mom loved butterflies, so I started using butterflies on the back of my work. After I found this stamp. It's perfect. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my pendant because I want to do that at setting 3. See what happens. Okay, so I'm going to run my clay through on a setting 3 and we'll see what we get. Alright, smooth this out. Okay, grab my pendant cutter here, grab my little baggie, okay, that looks good, my acrylic block. Stand up for this one. There we go. Should be good. Pull that off. Looks good. Pull that extra off. Like I said, I did this one on a setting 3 so I could see what we get. So like I said, it could just be that I am pushing too hard. I'm trying to straighten out my link here. Okay. Pardon me. My mouth and my throat are just so dry today. Okay, we'll lay that down, smooth it out. All right. I'm just gonna lay that in there. Hopefully get that all squared up on each side. Alright, I'm going to poly paste the back of this one. Okay, I'll lay that one on top of there. And I did push a little hard because I'm all squishy again. Now hopefully this one, the line won't show up. Let's find out. Not too bad. Not too bad. And it's not you know, overly thick or anything. Just gonna move this along here. Okay, now I'm just gonna take out the excess like I did the earring. Okay, smoothing out that edge. That gives you a nice edge anyways. Okay. A little bit more of that one. Fingers are sticking to it. There we go. I think it looks good. You can still see it, but it's not as bad. I think it worked using the thicker setting. Like I said, this is really hard and I'm pushing pretty good, so I need to lighten up my touch. Definitely. So most of it's my error. I just pushed too hard, I think. You know, I'll take and put my little butterfly in this one too. There we go. Isn't she cute? Okay, so I'm going to finish up the other earring. And then, well, actually I'll go ahead and do this one now. And then I'll finish up the other earring. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I've got some posts. They're small. I only need one. This one, I'm going to try to use my setting 5, but my 5 gives me fits. So, hopefully, I can do a 5. I'd rather do a 6, because the other ones I did a 4, and they're almost too thick for my ears. So, I don't know if they're going to fall out or not when I wear them. Because I'm keeping that set that I did earlier. Now I gotta find my super glue. I just had it. There it is. I'm just gonna put a drop of glue in there. Tap that back down. It'll dry out in the neck. Come on. There we go. Hopefully that's center. I don't know. Yeah, it's stuck there if it ain't. I do believe. Yeah, it's stuck pretty good. So it looks center. Okay. Try to do that there. Like this, and find my cutter. Come on, get that back. Okay, so try setting 5. I'm gonna do a 4 and then run it. Okay, set that on there. Smooth it out best I can. My block. That hurt. Set that up there, out of the way. That kind of squished. And I'm barely pushing this one in because it's really thin. And the clay is pretty thin, so I don't want to over squish it. Get my poly paste out. And I'm just going to go over the whole back, the post and all. Okay. Now for the tricky part. Trying to get that back in there. Let's see. Yeah, I just can't line it up that way. I don't know. Not gonna work for me doing that. So let's try this. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I just kind of eyeball it. Sorry about that. I'm just using my thumbnail to get that down around the post. Okay. Let's see. Kind of dragging it over the edges here to make sure that it's all nice and smooth around the edges. I'm kind of squishing it at the same time. Let me zoom out so I quit going out of camera here. Okay. Try to take some extra off of that top around there. There we go. Now I take my tool and just kind of press it down a little more. It's so hard for me to work with a tiny piece. Nerve-wracking, actually. And maybe somehow smooth out the fingerprints without getting new on there. I think that's got it. Well, where you can see that there, it looks good. And maybe a little bit more right here needs to go in. There we go. I think that got it. Yeah, that's got it. Okay, so I'm gonna do up the other ones. And then, well, that's pretty much it. So I will be back when I get this done. Alright, I got them all done, and now I'm going to stick them in the oven, and I'm going to bake them at 275 for about 45 minutes. And I will be back. Okay, I'm back, and now I'm going to show you how I'm going to resin these. I'm using UV resin, but I'm going to use Tiny Pandora's Deepshine on the earrings, for the top of the earring, because they just wobble too much, and I don't want to put them in clay and put them under the light, because I'm afraid it will make the clay too hard, and I just don't want to waste clay right now. It's hard to come by right now, so I don't want to waste it. So this is how I'm doing it. I'm going to get me a little brush here. I got wrapped in tin foil because I've used it before. Okay. I got me a little bit of Deepshine in a cup here. And then I'm just going to brush it on. Let me zoom out here a bit so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, put my resin on there. I'm just gonna brush it on there. See a little bubble there. Looks good. There we go. I'll find me a paper towel because I've got resin on my thumbnail. I don't worry about getting it on me. It don't bother me. Some people it might bother, so you might want to use some rubber gloves or some of those little finger coats. There we go. Well, I see a little divot or something there. Here we go. Alright, so that is done. Wipe that off my finger and thumb. And I'm going to put these under the UV light for about 6 minutes. I'll be right back. Now, in case I didn't say on that resin there, it's the tiny Pandora's Deepshine is what I used on the earring tops. And these I am going to be using, I don't even know how you pronounce it. QIAO. I can't even begin to pronounce it, but that's what I'm using. So let me find all my stuff. I need to find my little toothpicks. I think the little flat toothpicks come in great for doing this. The ones that are completely flat, they got a skinny end and a thick end. That's what I'm using. Let me find my lighter. My lighter here so I can get rid of bubbles. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna get a paper towel to wipe off my nozzle so it's not all drippy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put it on these two. Then I'll spread it. There we go. Okay. Now I'm just going to start pulling it to the edge. that, they're done. So we'll pull them out in just a minute. Okay, I believe I got it all. So I'm going to hit it with the flame to get rid of any air bubbles. Sorry if my head gets in the way, I'm just trying to make sure I got them. It looks like I did. So that's what I'm going to do with the other two, and I'm going to pop them in the light for about 25 minutes and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. These just came out of the UV light. They are done. So now I can put them together. Okay. And there's a couple different ways that we can do the earrings. I can hook them in just like that, using a little jump ring in between. So they would be just like that. Or I could put a little stone or a little crystal in between. And I think I might do a little crystal in between. So, and then we'll dangle some crystals off of here like on my other ones. So we have that. Let me get all my stuff and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Found some crystals I want to use. And I've got 3 sizes of these. So I think I'm going to take these real tiny ones and put them in between here. And then dangle these like on the other one. Let me find my cutter here. Snip that off. Okay. Get me some. You know what? Hang on just a minute. I've got some other ones that's to be using whole. I'm gonna get some ones that I had cut off of my eye pins and make new eye pins out of. I'll be right back. Alright, found me some. And I'm gonna use the one step to make these. I'm gonna put it in there. Let me see if I can come a little bit closer without getting out of the screen. I'm telling you, it's so hard for me to hold these. I got such little hands. I'll put it in there a little bit. Oops. There we go. Put it in there. And that's done. Pop it in there. Let me go this way, you can see a little bit better. Okay. There we go. I got that done. I take and just close those a little bit better. There we go. There we are. Okay. Back up a little bit. I'm not going to use the one step on here. Last time I used it on a crystal, I busted it all up. So I'm just going to do it with my round nose pliers. So I'm going to kind of put my fingernail at that right there. I'm going to bend that over my nail like that. I like to take it about the width of my finger. So it's about like that. Cut that off. Down to the lower end of my pliers. I might have made it too small. No, that's good. I got it. Use that to close it a little bit more. There's that one. Do this one now. Put my fingernail there. Fold it over. Put it against my finger. Hold that. To about the end of my pliers. Keep slipping here. And fold that over. Use that and close it just a little bit more. And that's done. Now, I want my needle nose pliers. And I'm just gonna swing that up. Put that on. And then close it. There's one. I'm going to take the other end. Swing that up. Put that on. Needle nose pliers again. And close it. And of course I did it backwards. So I gotta fix that. Don't ask me how I did that. I thought I was paying attention, but I wasn't. Hey, we all make mistakes, right? Swing it up a little bit more. There we go. Might have to tweak them just a little bit to make sure it's all lined up. There we go. I just want to see how it's standing, and it's a little twisted to the side. So I've got two sets of round nose pliers. Let me find my other one. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold this one like that. I'm going to hold the top one. I'm going to grab the bottom one. See if I can twist it. Make sure I'm going the right way. Now it still wants to twist. Now let's see if I got it that time. There we go. It's hanging right now. So I'm going to do the same thing to this one and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I got the second one done. So now we're going to do the bottoms. Let's start with the big ones. Okay. I'm just going to take my big bead here, put it on my fingernail there, bend it over it. Cut that. And bring it over. There we go. There's one. Grab me a little one. I am using a ball head pen today for these. So just like before, bend it over. Put it on my finger. Clip that off. And I'm just going to pull that over. Oop, went a little crooked there. There we go. Take my needle nose pliers. Open it up. Put that up there. Close it up. And I got one dangle. Now I'll take my small one. Open that one up. Link it. And close it up. And there we go. We got a nice dangle earring. So I'm going to do that with the other earring and on the pendant, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I got all of them done. So now I'm going to put the necklace on a cord, and I've got about 17.5 inches of rat tail here. Let's see, I've got my jump rings. I need those. I need cord ends. Need 2 of those. I've got my clasp. Let's see. I'm going to need 1 of those. And 2 of these. I believe it's 8mm and 6mm. I need that for the clasp. Need that for the clasp. Need that for this. I don't know if I have any 4mm left. I think a 4mm would work. I know I've got some somewhere. Oh, here's one that's open already. Let's try a 4mm. See if it will work. Come on. Okay. I'll put that on there. Put that there. I think it's gonna work. I need to find my pliers. And close that up. And get my other glasses so I can see what I'm doing here. Make sure it's closed tightly. Off just a hair. There we go. That looks good. I'm gonna put it on the rope here. Oh yeah, it's gonna look nice. Put this one away. And that one. Don't want to have that out. Let me get my clasp. I'll be right back. Okay, I need another toothpick here. And on this, I'm going to use the small end with some E6000. Okay. All right. Got my toothpick full of some E6000. I'm just gonna like brush it on to the end of the cord. If I can get it to twist for me here, I can get all of it. Okay. Now I'm gonna take my end cap here. Just kind of twist those together so it goes up into there where you can just see it through. Now I'll gently pull it back down. Okay, so you have to do that again. Just rub it on there. That in there and twist, and sometimes it will give you trouble, and I know this one's going to. I can tell. There we go. Okay, it's up there. Now gently pull it back down. Okay, now I'll show you how I do the rest. Finish it off. Okay, now let's finish it off. Get my pliers. Oops. And in case I didn't tell you, I did it 17.5 inches to make it an 18-inch necklace. Couldn't remember saying that. Now let me see. I'm going to turn around. So I want this one on this side. You can see what I'm doing here. Close those back together, making sure they're even. And the big one on the other side. Stick that through. Close it up. And they're even. Okay. Come out a bit here. Gotta get backs on these yet, but this is what we came out with. Very beautiful. I love this cutter. It's a great shape, and it's really good to use for this technique since you got such a pronounced top and bottom. And like I said, if you go with a setting, I would go with a setting 3 if you push hard like I do, or don't push as hard. I have a habit of pushing hard because sometimes I can't tell how hard I'm pushing because my strength ain't that good in my hands. So that's what we got on the backs. Very neat and simple technique to hide your wire back there. Try a 3. If a 4 doesn't work for you, you can always scrape it off and start over. No big deal. Later I'll show you another way you can do this technique by doing a 2-step instead of 1. And I'll have that tutorial coming up shortly. But I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you, Frank Costa, for asking me to do the tutorial for you. I appreciate it very much. I appreciate all of you for hanging in there with me through all my growing pains trying to get used to doing this. I thank you very much. So, if you like this tutorial, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And also I have a Facebook group where I would love to see your creations, anything that you've made out of any of my tutorials or anybody else's tutorials, or just something that came out of your own head. I would love to see it. So come on over to Facebook and join me at Trisha's Lovely Creations. I hope to see you there. So thank you. Have a great day.